I'm going live to document starting a recording session process, and got my Sibelius hooked up. Going to show y'all just how I get everything rolling before I even start doing work. Um, so here we go. All right, got to get set up for. I usually start with lead sheet. That's how that goes. All right, portrait mode. I like to change the font to Jazz Ink Pen. That's usually my go-to um, for chart setup. And I'm going to change the instruments. I don't need that, so I want to take that out. So for this session, we got two trumpets. So I'm going to put in two trumpets. There's also going to be alto. I'm going to add that one. I don't like it being up top though. I'm going to add tenor. Add the score, bring it down. I like to keep my score in like my usual writing order, top to bottom. And we also got Barry. Add to score. I also like that low. I forgot trombone. We got trombone as well. Add to score. And I usually write trombone to be closer to the trumpet range, unless I'm going for like really low notes. So I try to stack it like that so the voicings kind of punch in a certain way, and I'll readjust it as I actually do the chart later on. I also like to keep a piano score in my scores just so that I can work out voicings there, and then I can explode it into the other instruments. So that's that part. We got two trumpets, trombone, alto, tenor, Barry, and a piano score. I'm gonna throw flute on there just in case. I feel like um, I might use it for this chart. I can always add it later too. Um, yeah, I'll just add it later because I need to actually find a flute in G. So I'll add that later. All right, it's gonna be in 4/4. Um, I don't think there's a pickup bar. I usually like to have one in there. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I do use Sibelius for this particular work. That's my preference. I know people have their other ones they like, but in terms of how Sibelius works, it's usually better to throw in a metronome mark at the very beginning because you can change it at any time for the tempo you want. I don't know what tempo this song is going to be at, but I'll just put it at 120 just to get something. Um, I actually don't know what key the song is in either. So I'll add that later. All right, title. This song is going to be BG Mojo. I don't know what that means. I'll ask the composer later. And this one's by Carl Denson. Um, put Tiny Universe. I usually like to throw my arranging handle in there. Uh, Ricio on trumpet. That's what I kind of go by as my arranging copyright stuff. And yeah, I think that's about all I need for this particular phase of it. All right, so I like to double check it. I like to double check before I hit create because a lot of stuff that you get done here, like kind of like it's harder to get around later. So I try to make sure this part is as close as possible. Oh man, so I'm gonna have to change the key for BG Mojo, but that's cool. All right, and create. Cool. So we got a good bit of that set up. See how it looks on y'all end. Cool. Probably make it bigger, but I'm probably gonna end up opening another app, like some software so I can play piano. I don't know if I have it hooked up for my MIDI keyboard to work in this one right now. So we'll see. So we got all the horns. I'm gonna probably have to change this to a different name just to designate who's playing first and second. I don't know if they're gonna let me use a lowercase b. Just right flag. Cool. All right. So that's a nice size horn section, and I'm gonna do most of my work here. Like this is the bulk of where I'm gonna do the stuff. So like I'll get everything done up there and then explode into the parts. And so Belgium, you usually have to open up a panel to get your keyboard access and also for your transport. So that allows you to go like back and forth throughout the different parts. And I usually use a mixer sometimes too, but we'll see how that goes today. I don't know if I actually need it. What else do I need? I got my keypad. Oh, keypad's down here. So this is where a bulk of the work will happen. So like just for an example, like you put in a quarter note. Now you got a quarter note. Hit it again. Throw it in there, and you can add in voices, and from there you can expand that into all the parts. You know, get a little copy paste going. I think that was 3 notes. How many notes is that? Four. I don't remember if I have my shortcuts all hooked up still, but we'll see. I haven't. It's been a couple days since I've hit one. Dang it. Well, I'll troubleshoot all the things I used to do with what's going on, y'all. Troubleshoot all my explode options with shortcuts. Um, yeah, that's just a quick way to get stuff started. And like the reason I love using Sibelius is like you can get all the parts and work on them individually. But like once I get like a rhythm or something written out, I just take it and copy it and paste it in places. That makes everything so much easier. Like especially if you have all the articulations and everything in there. Boom. So like if I had all articulations in there, it'd be in every part. So that's kind of like saves a lot of time. So once you get one melody down, you start working on voices. It's like super easy to work through all that stuff. But yeah, that's how I get started. Um, I can actually turn it around. That's how I get it started, and I'll actually make some actual like videos to post that are actually the process. Like when I actually get some voices written out, and I actually get details about the music done. So that was how I get chart started. So later, y'all.